and off-roading go together like mud and water. And speaking of mud, Jeep flew me down here to San Antonio to this ranch that has both mud and rock crawling and steep grades to take this, the brand new 2017 Jeep Compass off-road. So let's do that right now. So here we go. We're gonna go over our first obstacle. This is one of those courses where we get the wheel in the air. It's like riding a roller coaster. Now I'm not doing anything right now. I'm letting the Jeep do everything. Actually, I don't even have my foot on the brake. There we go. Now it's figuring out where to send the traction. It just figured it out. The wheels that were spinning, the brakes stopped from spinning, and the wheels that had traction got power, and that's how that works. And it looks better from the outside than it does from the inside. And it's relatively straightforward. Got a bit of a drop here, guys. Luckily, they're telling me which way to go.
Straighten her out. Great.
A little slick, but no worries. The Jeep did just great. Easy peasy. It's scarier from the outside than from the inside. So now I'm going through a bit of a mud bog. Now this is where you want bigger knobbies. You want it to bite into the mud, and this is kind of where street tires and off-road tires are very different. Street tires, of course, you want grip on pavement. These tires you want grip in the mud, and they're much different. But since most people, of course, spend much more of their time on road, Jeep is going to do the manufacturer OEM tires to a much more road-specific type of tire. So we know that this is the off-road version of the Compass, the Trailhawk. We've got these recovery hooks, we've got a better approach angle, and by the way, Jeep says if you're not getting stuck in using these, you're not doing it right. But what's it like on road? Well, I actually had the chance to take it on road as well. So how does this Jeep Compass drive? Keep in mind I'm in the Trailhawk version, which is not the most expensive. Limited is the most expensive, but this is the most off-road worthy. So I've got a little grippier tires, a little bit higher profile. Let's give it the gas. This is the 2.4 liter and best name in the business, Tiger Shark engine. It's okay. You know, I like the fact that Jeep says that this has the best in class MPG. They say 25 MPG combined, miles per gallon combined, which is actually pretty good for a vehicle of this size, but nevertheless, I'd love to see a turbocharged engine. There are 4 models of the Compass. It starts with the front-wheel drive Sport, then it goes up to the Latitude, the Limited, and of course, the Trailhawk. If you get all of the bells and whistles in a Limited model, it can go up to about $35,000. Jeep says that there are 17 different powertrain options around the world, because this car will be a world car built in 4 different countries. This one specifically is going to be built in Mexico for the United States, but in America we only get that one engine option, which is the 2.4 liter. Yeah, you know, it's paired to a 9-speed transmission. It's a little on the slow side and shifting down. It feels like it's trying to think of what gear to be in, and then finally shifts down. Of course, I can shift it myself, which makes it a little bit more fun because I can keep it in the power rev range. So now I'm shifting myself. Do a little bit of spirited driving here, see how the Jeep handles. It's very composed. The steering's a little bit on the numb side. I'd like to have a little bit more steering feel, but electric steering is always numb, so I've come to expect that. All right, I'm gonna give it the brakes now, see how these brakes feel. Here we go. Whoa! You know, it was not exactly straight and true, and that may be because of these tall tires that we have and this kind of funky road. So this is a first drive impression, so don't take that as gospel, but I would have liked to see a little bit more confidence-inspiring braking on this vehicle. Let me go back into auto. I do love this thick steering wheel. It certainly lets you take the car by the scruff of the neck and kind of zip it around. I also love the fact that I've got good sight lines. I can see everything ahead of me. The Trailhawk version has this kind of matte flat decal on the hood, and that's to keep glare from hitting my eyes. And I think Jeep has done a relatively good job in bringing the the most modern transmission, a relatively modern powertrain to this Jeep Compass. In terms of suspension, it's relatively confidence-inspiring. It doesn't beat you up, it's not too soft. This is, of course, the most off-road worthy of the 4 different Jeep Compasses that you can buy in terms of models, and it does okay on the road. All right, here we go. The hard part. And it's not so hard when you've got spotters, because they're telling you exactly which way to go. And of course here you want to go nice and easy, take it nice and slow. There's no winning this. It's not the person who gets there the fastest, it's the person who gets there without doing trail damage. So I'm just taking it nice and easy over these rocks. Really slow, letting the tires grab. Just a little bit of hitting there, but the system figured it out. Come on, there we go. There we go, not too fast. You know, the 20-to-1 crawl ratio that this Jeep has is okay, but you'd really want a low transfer case for something like this. I think the Wrangler you can get up to 50-to-1, and that makes this a lot easier. This is where a Wrangler certainly would shine. I feel like it's just a little too fast for this obstacle. But you know, with these guys showing me which way to go, it's really child's play. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, and there we have it. That was a hoot! I love the fact that you can have a car that you can drive to work, and then if you want to go to Moab and do a little bit of off-road bashing, you can do that as well. And that's what the Trailhawk version of the new Compass is all about. As always, this is Roman reporting for the Fast Lane Car. Check out more Jeep videos right here. And please remember, subscribe below. See you guys next time. I think I'm gonna do that course again. It was so much fun.